Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Welcome to another class here, the Houston Camp, S.O.W, Stream of Wisdom. Got the address, got the information. We got another school out here in Texas, our brother school, the San Antonio Camp, War Sam Shawan, Dawiyad. Shout out to them. If you want to catch classes on other days, you can also catch Rochester.
20%.
You can catch VA. They're doing classes. Their class days and times have not deviated. Everything is still the same. For those of you who's tuned in on a regular basis, we just came through the Passover. Barak how about Jimmy Shai for all those who made it and was not taken out. We made it through another year. You endured through another year, and that's a success. Something to be proud of. You know, not everyone makes it. People fall off. So, Barak how about Jimmy Shai for all those who persevered through the year. And now it's the new season of S.O.W. It's always like another season. It's like there's always another Fast and Furious.
Wow.
That's how I feel. It's just a new season now.
Brothers is taking shots.
No, it's a good shot. We need another season of S.O.W. We do still have other YouTube streams you can check out, like the 5 Minutes of Wisdom, Israelite Media Corps. Brothers are making lots of good shorts. You know, the Manna Day has been popping, so whenever it pops up on the feed, go ahead and like it so we can get the algorithm up, share it, get your friends, family, co-workers on it if possible. Mashaba is doing the Pa Beam, so you can check that out. Pa Beam is good. Nice spiritual lessons. We do have kids class here in Houston. We have it on the Shabbat day. We take the kids to the back, so if you got small kids, you can bring them through. And, they can get a little biblical lesson on the Shabbat. We got other social media pages. We got Instagram. We got a TikTok. Check them out. So_children_of_light. All right. If you want to get some garments, we just got back from the Passover. We got these new Passover garments. But if you want something custom made, whenever you want, the sisters are available. Chosen Creation is available. Fringe Up is available. So if you want a custom garment, if you want a tunic, or you want some type of headband, or woodwork, or picture, some type of Hebrew Israelite artwork, it's available to you. You got to hit us up on chosencreation.com. We do have Hebrew Academy in Virginia on Mondays. We have Hebrew Academy here in Houston on Tuesdays. Hebrew Academy in Rochester on Mondays as well. So they do that. They both do it on the same day. You need to reach a priest or teacher. You can reach Priest Kazakia at 757-300-4047. Or you can reach Priest Quatzazap at 303-557-8979. Or Priest Zainal at 346-234-8340. Any donations, please hit up one of the priests and they can direct you where to send those donations, whether you want to send books, pens, apocryphers, Bibles, dictionaries, or some type of monetary donation or alms. They'll direct you in the right direction to send those funds or items. And that's it for the announcements. All right, we're gonna jump into class. We get the link out. The link out. The link ain't out. Somebody got it out?
No, I think we're done.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. McGunn's here. He's here though, even though he's not. He's here in the spirit. McGunn is still on my hip.
On my hip. That's good.
Yeah, so
On my hip. It's crazy.
So tonight's class, we're gonna get some understanding on spiritual weights. Spiritual weights. So you can title this Understanding Spiritual Weight. And we're gonna kind of walk through. We're gonna get some more clarification on what holds you back, what weighs you down, and what do you got to do to free yourself from it and progress. It's a new year, you know, like they say, new year, new me. Well, how do you be the new me? How do you put off some of that old? And do you even recognize what's holding you back? What's the thing that holds you back? So we're going to explore, and we're going to get more understanding on these things that are in the spirit that hold you down. First scripture I want, I bet everyone can guess it. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 1. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 1. Wherefore, seeing we are also compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight.
Do what?
Lay aside every weight.
So the Bible's saying we got a lot of eyes on us, in the physical and in the spiritual, keeping tabs on us. What's he about? What's she about? What's going on? What's happening in his mind? What's happening in her mind? Okay, what's in their mind is manifesting in their flesh. What's in their mind is manifesting in their actions. So, lay aside these things. Go ahead.
And the sin which doeth easily beset us.
Go ahead.
And let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
Read again.
Yep. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 1. Wherefore, seeing we are also compassed about with so a great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doeth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
Yeah. So it said we gotta run with patience the race set before us. But in order to do this run, in order to be in this race, because we're racing for the kingdom, we're competing to assure ourselves a position in the kingdom. But if you got things holding you back, do you really want a chance running with that weight and making it just short or just shy of the kingdom? That's a horrible thing to do. So let's get a definition of the word weight. Because usually when weight's used, it's used in the sense of lifting weights or something that's heavy to lift. Oh, yeah, this ram horn got some weight on it. This Ark of the Covenant got some weight on it. You see a robust brother, he got some weight on him. You know? Hey, bro, it wasn't directed to you, all right?
That means he's just keep growing.
You know, we all got a little thick. And then, the best part about getting a little heavier is that means you got more energy to burn and you can get it off of you. So, it's not bad. It's not bad because you can work it off. It's temporary. But these weights are also temporary. Who got a definition for the word weight? What you got, Corey?
Well, wait. It's dictionary. A robust. No,
A robust.
Yeah. It says number one. It says a weight. I'm sorry. A body's relative mass or the quantity of matter contained by it, giving rise to a downward force. The heaviness of a person or thing. Number two, a piece of metal known to weigh a definite amount and used on a scale to determine how heavy.
So all these things are still talking about, things that you would lift or weigh, right?
Number three.
Oh, okay, number 3 is gonna be it, huh?
The ability of someone or something to influence decisions or actions.
The ability to influence someone. Your words have weight. What do you got?
Excuse me. I got pressure, burden, as the weight of grief,
Mm.
and it says the weight of care. And it says, yeah, that was it all there.
Look, I got one too. Got one right here. Weight. Attached importance or value to a mental or moral burden. Something that's weighing down your mind. Something that weighs down your actions. A moral burden. You know what's a moral burden? The situation did he put every celebrity in that he came across? There was moral burdens. It was like, do I get fame and riches, or do and I have to compromise my morality, or do I stay poor but keep my morality? It's like, look, I need this in order to come up. I'm trying to come up, my family, I'm trying to be known. But are you gonna do something strange to make yourself known? That's a moral burden. You know, a moral burden. Some of these single parents. Do I work all the time to provide for my household and leave my children or my child out to fend for themselves? Where do I find balance? It's a moral burden. It's a heavy thought for a single parent. Because you have to provide, right? You gotta make money, you gotta keep the food on the table, roof over the head, clothes on their backs, shoes on their feet. But then there's also some type of a cost. They're left to themselves. They're being raised by the world versus being raised by the one who is trying to nurture them and love them. That's a moral burden. That's something that's on someone's mind. That's something that can weigh a man or a woman down. All right, so it says moral burden. As of care, sorrow, or responsibility. Having responsibility is weighty. Having these things that you have to deal with, different zones that you got to juggle and still stay on top, can be weighty. All right, so more on this. It says importance, consequence, or effectual influence, an opinion of great weight. So a person's opinion can be weighty to you. You know, like people want recognition, people want some validation, attaboy, a pat on the back, good job, I see you. You know, just that. Sometimes that from the right person is like, whoa, it's weighty. You feel it. You're like, oh, that I'm recognized. I'm here. I'm not invisible. It can be weighty. But that's not the type of weight. Well, actually, that is the type of weight that can hold you back. Now I'm thinking about it. It is a type of weight that can hold you back because why? You're looking for validation from men. You're looking for validation from women instead of knowing where the validation really is supposed to come from, the Most High. Let the Most High show your works and show what you've been doing, and then that's where He will reward you openly before men. Not that you got to look for it from someone else. But I got some biblical examples of this weight. Give me Matthew chapter 19, verse 21.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 21. Jesus said unto him.
Okay, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking to the young rich ruler. I just didn't want to start all the way from the top and come down because I got a lot of scriptures. But go ahead.
Jesus said unto him, that thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven.
Go ahead.
And come follow me.
So he said, if you want to be perfect, you want to be spot-free and weightless. You want to be free? Look, I'm going to free you up right now. I'm going to show you how to be free. Because think about it. Yahweh Shai was offering him a way to let go of weight. You know what they say, more money, more problems? Yeah, when you got more money and you got more things, you're trying to look after the things that you got. And you're trying to maintain the things that you have, the more that you have. So that's a weight. that can deter your take your mind off of what it's supposed to be on, which is service to the Most High, which is service to the nation,
Yeah.
which is gathering together and building. Not just you being built, not just building your own household or you're amassing your own wealth, but building the commonwealth. So he said, sell everything you got, you'll have treasures in heaven. Read.
Verse 22. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful.
Why? Why he go away sorrowful? Read.
For he had great possession.
He had what?
He had great possession.
He had a lot going on. Think, like, let's look at it in today's terms, right? An example of this way. He could have been a businessman. He could have had a multi-million-dollar business. He could have multiple businesses, different DBAs, different things going on, hands in multiple pots, right? Wife, kids, nice house. He had properties scattered all across Israel. You know, he could have been doing some things. Men servants, women servants, flocks. You know, he could have had a lot going on. But Yahushua was like, look, drop that. You know, when you got, like I said earlier, when you got a lot going on, you got a lot to maintain. So his mind is on you know, not losing his profits. You know, I'm gonna use that. I'm sorry, using that type of terminology again, since brothers is back into Forex. Not losing your profits. You want to gain and maintain, right? So you don't want to lose what you get. He's like, I got that secured. I want to get more now. Stack that on top of that. That's where he was at. And I was like, this dude right here is telling me to sell everything I got. But I put so much of my mind and my effort to this. This is a weighty matter to me. I have to maintain this. I've worked so hard for it. What did weight mean? Definition of weight: attached importance or value to a person's mind. This had high importance to this person's mind, to this man's mind. That's why it was a weight to him. Read on.
Verse 23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Hey, you can't take that gold with you. Can't take the properties with you. Can't take the profits with you. Nah. It says only you. Flesh and blood will not inherit the kingdom. Only that spirit can get in. Now, if it's being weighed down by the things of the world, you're going to have a tough time. Give me Luke chapter 14, verse 26.
Luke chapter 14, verse 26.
And again, like I said, we're going just through a couple of examples that the Bible provides. And there's many more, but I don't want to be here all day just with examples from characters in the scriptures. But Yahushua is giving it to us plainly. Plainly. We don't have to look at many life examples. Yahushua is just giving us the summarized version of it. Read the Luke.
Luke chapter 14, verse 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father.
Hate not who?
Not his father.
Man, the dude who you shut out of, that man that you knew all your life. It's like, look, huh? Yeah, that's one I use in the household. This man that you've known, this man that has nurtured you, taught you, gave you lessons. It said, if you want to be free, you gotta hate your father. Go ahead.
And mother.
Read.
And wife.
So you got the tea lady. That's what they call, right? The tea lady. Yeah, you gotta hate mama. Of course, we know those of us who know, because y'all online, y'all in class, y'all have heard this being broken down plenty of times. So it's not literally just hate them, right? But they can't be over the duty. They can't be over the service. It says your daddy can't be over the service. Your mama can't be over the service. The wife of your bosom cannot be over the service. The one that you lay up next to every night. She can't be over the service. Who else?
And children.
The children. The little babies that you nurtured and watched grow up, and you learn the little quirks that they developed as they grew up through the years. You loved them. You helped them. You taught them. It says they can't be over the service because your mom, your dad, your wife, your children can be a weight if you let it be.
Yep.
Read on.
And brethren.
And brothers. How many brothers came and gone? How many of your personal blood brothers are not with you on this, in this truth? They decide to do their own thing. Hey, like it was said, like one man has said, hey, I ain't mad at you. Do your thing, boy. I ain't mad. Do your thing. But I know where I want to go. I know where I want to be. And the Bible is saying that if you take your relationship with your brother higher than the work, you're not going to make it. Who else?
And sisters.
Dang, that covers everybody, right? So we got dad, mom, brother, sister, children. No, you know what? I think we're forgetting somebody. Read on.
Yeah, and his own life.
Who? What?
And his own life.
Your own life. Your own life, you gotta not put that over the ministry, not put that over the duty and the service of the Most High. Your own life gotta fall to the back burner. Hey, gotta get to it when you get to it. But the duty, service of the Most High in Christ comes first. Give me St. John. No, not St. John. Give me 1 John chapter 2 and verse 16.
1 John chapter 2, verse 16. For all that is in the world.
Because that's what you're going after. That's what you're going after when you choose the world, or when you choose the things, these material things, whether it be a man, woman, child, or items. You're going after the world. Read.
For all that is in the world, that lust of the flesh.
The lust of the flesh. You want your senses exercised. You want to feel something. You want to taste something. Go ahead.
And the lust of the eyes.
You want to see something. Everything that you see, you take into your brain, and it like twirls and meditates on it. In some way, shape, or form, it comes out. Either you let it out, or it comes out in some type of action. We're talking about these weights. That's a weight. Read on.
And the pride of life.
You know what the pride of life is? The pride of life is having things. The pride of life is I'm somebody, right? I'm the CEO of XYZ company. I got thousands of employees. I drive this type of car. I have this type of house. I live in this type of neighborhood. It's the pride of life. Go ahead.
Is not of the Father.
All that's not of the Father. The Most High doesn't care about that. It means nothing to the Most High. Your car, your clothes, your friends, your social group means nothing to the Most High.
Nope.
He don't care about how much you got in the bank, whether it's 1 cent, negative cents, or $100. I said $100 like it's a lot. I like, but nowadays it's like that's like a lot of money when you don't have no money. Yeah, you can have thousands of dollars in the bank. Most High don't care about that. He just cares about what you're gonna do. He cares about how are you gonna serve him and what's more important to you. You had it up again?
Yeah, let's go to Ecclesiastes. Excuse me. Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 18.
Time.
Really quick. Hey, you got there quick.
Time.
Ecclesiastes 6 and verse 18, just off of what Shathak is going over the weight and how this weight, and you know how the weight comes in these different forms in our lives, right? And everything he's saying is absolutely true, because as he's going over it, I'm like, yeah, that was a weight, or that is a weight, or this does play a role, and when you look at a weight, if you're pulling a weight, then it makes it harder for you to do something if you do got to pull away, right? So check this out. Read Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 18.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
My son, gather instructions from thy youth up.
And this is what we're all trying to do when we come to serve the Most High, when we come to serve Yahweh Shai. You know, we're gathering instruction. We're being taught. We're being taught again like the scripture says, right? Go ahead.
So shalt thou find wisdom till thy old
And
age.
this is what it's about. It's about gaining the knowledge and the understanding of the Most High and applying it so that we can have the wisdom of the Most High in our lives. That way we can lead and live a peaceable life and teach others to do the same also. Go ahead.
Verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth.
But see, this is the thing. When we step forth into this work, into this office, you got to work. You got to put in work. It's not just going to be given to you. So you have to actually dedicate yourself to everything that's going on for you to really gain what it is that the Most High wants us to gain his wisdom, to gain his mindset, his way of doing things. We can sit here and read the Bible all day, every day.
Mhm.
There's a lot of theology guys and what's the word that they always use for debates?
Scholars? No.
What was it?
Scholars?
Scholars. There's a lot of Bible scholars, but it don't mean that they got wisdom. Why? Because just because you know a whole bunch of scriptures don't necessarily mean that you got the wisdom on how to apply it in different situations in your life. So you got to work for that. That's not just something that's handed out. You have to put in work to gain the wisdom side of the Bible. That's why it says the Most High is, that's why it says in Job that the wisdom is doubled. It's doubled. So it's not just I'm gonna sit here and read it and get it. That's a lot of Israelites think that they could just sit at their house, watch YouTube videos all day, watch debates and street speaking all day, and read the Bible all day, and they think that they got something. They think that they know something, and then you'll see them online in the chat posting a reply or posting a comment like, well, your opinion don't matter. Why? Because you're not putting in the work. You see what I'm saying? So it says, come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth. Go ahead.
And wait for her good fruits.
And wait for the good that's going to come from exercising the scriptures. Go ahead.
For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her.
And this is the thing, that word toil, when you look it up, it means hard, difficult, strenuous, burdensome, backbreaking, tiring, draining. It's not hard. The scriptures say what it says. It's not hard. We're the ones that make everything hard. Why? Because we rather carry around the burden that Shathak is going into right now. It's the burdens that make this life hard. It's the burdens that make, like, think about it. The scripture says that those that endure to the end will get the crown, right?
Gone.
So if I'm running a marathon, it's a lot easier to run the marathon if I'm free. But if I'm burdened down, running a marathon, it's going to be hard. But see, we're the ones that make it hard by adding all the burden onto this marathon that we got to run. But go ahead.
But thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon.
Go ahead.
She is very unpleasant to the unlearned.
And this is where the burden, instead of us recognizing what the burdens of life is around us, we start to make the truth become the burden.
Mm-hmm.
Because now putting in and working for the Most High, now that's burdensome. Why? Because it interferes with the things that is actually a burden to me, but I don't want those things to be a burden. Like everything that he just went over, the family, the finances, the things that we got, the things that we scared to lose. Those are the burdens, but we'll make it out like the truth, like serving the Most High and doing and dedicating ourselves to the Most High. We'll make that out like that is the burden. But the actual burden is the things that we don't want to let go. So it says it's very unpleasant to the unlearned. Why? Because we haven't exercised ourselves to really go through it, to learn why and to see why. Because, it's funny, like going through in my little time in the truth, I get to see why certain things are a burden. like, you know, what you're going through. Like, I get to see it, like, as I'm going through it. But guess what? If I just sat here and read it and didn't go through it, I wouldn't recognize that, damn, these things are a burden to me. These things are holding me back. But it says it's unpleasant to the unlearned. Go ahead.
He that is without understanding will not remain with her.
And wisdom is understanding. When you understand something, then you have the wisdom of it. Because you can teach somebody. So you can have all the knowledge but not understand it. You can have the Bible and not understand the Bible. You can read the Bible and not understand the Bible. But see, a lot of us, that's what we're trying to gain, is the understanding. It says wisdom is the principal thing, but with all I get understanding. So it's like, yeah, I want wisdom, but you're not going to get wisdom until you understand what it is that you're doing, what it is that you've undertaken. And this life, a lot of brothers and sisters don't understand this life that we're living. So it becomes very unpleasant. It becomes very burdensome. It becomes this big weight that we got to carry around because we don't understand it. We don't understand what the actual weight and the actual burden is in our life. Go ahead.
Verse 21.
Uh-huh.
She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial.
Yeah. So the Most High becomes the weight. The dedication becomes the weight. Coming to class becomes the weight. Academy and all and sewing and garments, all that becomes Sabbath. All that becomes a weight. A long ass Sabbath class, 6-7 hours, that becomes a weight. Like street speaking becomes a weight. The duties becomes a weight. The studying becomes a weight. Everything becomes this weight. And it's this thing that we got to carry. But why is it a weight? It's a weight because we're not focused on that. We're just doing it in autopilot. But the thing that's actually the weight, we want to give our time and attention and focus to that. And that smashes us. It ruins us. It ruins a lot of brothers and sisters' potential in the truth. So it says she will lie, the wisdom will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial. Go ahead.
And he will cast her from him.
Uh-huh.
It be long.
And after a while, you just cast it, man. You're like, man, I'm tired of this. I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
I'm done. Because you never recognized what the actual weight, what the actual burden was. Go ahead.
Verse 22.
Uh-huh.
For wisdom is according to her name,
Go ahead.
and she is not manifest unto many.
See? So everybody can read the Bible. It don't mean you got wisdom. Listen, everybody can be in the truth and wear head wraps and wear fringes and know the salute and all that. It don't mean that you got wisdom. It does not mean that wisdom actually, the spirit of wisdom actually manifested itself to you.
Gone.
You know what I'm saying? Last scripture. Let's go to Matthew's real quick.
Can I, before you, where you going to Matthew? Where you want to go?
It's out of left field. Matthew's 21 verse 44.
Let me just ask a quick question though. Well, no, go ahead. Go to yours. Because I got two that I want to hit too.
Okay, Matthew's
So-
21.
What you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know what you want to do. Let's go here. I'll be quick.
Alright.
I'll be real quick. Matthew's 21 verse 44.
Right.
Matthew chapter 21, verse 44.
Go ahead.
And whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken,
Go ahead.
but on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder.
So again, like I'm piggybacking these two scriptures together off of everything that Shatak was just saying. Why? Because it says that you're gonna carry the stone. It says you're gonna carry wisdom around, and it's gonna be like a mighty stone of trial. And you're gonna cast it off for you. You're gonna cast it off after a while, right? But check this out. The scripture is telling you, if you fall on this stone, you're gonna be broken. But if the stone falls on you, it's gonna grind you into powder. So, you know, I like the scripture because either way you're gonna be broken. You either gonna fall on the stone and break yourself and be broken, or the stone is gonna fall on you. But the difference is, if the stone falls on you, it's gonna grind you to powder. So in Ecclesiastes, when it talks about how you're gonna cast the stone from you, let's look at this Matthew's like you didn't even have the strength to cast it from you. What it did was it just laid on you and just grinded you to powder. And the truth does that.
You know, one thing about that, I see Ashariah, he didn't see me.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
One thing about when it says falling on the stone and being broken, and then the stone falling on you mean grind to powder, you can't put powder back together. Something that's broken can be put back together because it still has pieces.
Yeah.
But Who puts a stone? Who puts things back together from the sand? It's just sand now. It's just dust.
You know, it's only good to be stepped on.
Mhm.
But you know, it says, whosoever shall fall on the stone shall be broken. That means that you gotta fall on this stone, man. You gotta fall on this and be willing to break yourself. A lot of us aren't willing to break ourselves. Remember, we're all stones that's built up into Yahushua, into this building. We're walking stones. We're all a piece of the temple. So you got to shave the stone down to get the stone to fit. So the Most High is going to remove certain things from you and shave you down and break you so that you can fit. But so you could be a part of the temple. But if you don't want to be broken and shaped to be a part of it, if you can't go through that, if the wisdom is too much, if the dedication and all that is too much, then what's going to end up happening is you will just be grinded into powder, and you'll be outside the temple. A powder that somebody just steps on. You see what I'm saying? So either way, some breaking is going to happen, and that's what we got to realize. You're either going to break yourself, or the truth will break you. You're going to break yourself for the better, where you can be molded, like gold is able to be molded through the fire, where Yahushua can use you as a vessel as honor, unto honor, I should say, or this truth is gonna grind you into pieces, man. And yeah, I can keep going. But yeah, what about
Hey, go back to that definition. It says weight.
12, wait.
It says, attach importance or value to. Right? And so this is important because being weighted down with something is not necessarily a bad thing. Is it? When you're weighted down with something, what does that do for you? We just kind of talked about it. What does that do? Being weighted down. What?
It holds you in that position.
Right. Go to Matthews 11. Go to Matthews 11 and verse 28. And I'll show you that being weighted down is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's, watch this. What's the rest of the definition?
I got this.
Do you?
Yeah, at the end.
Oh, do you? Okay, well, we ain't gonna go there then. Hold Matthew 28. Go to Matthew 23 and 23.
23.
Go to Matthew, hold Matthews 11. Go to Matthews 23 and 23, because it's gonna still prove the same point. I don't wanna step on his scriptures, right? But just think about it. Think about being weighed down with something. What is that supposed to do? It's supposed to keep you stationary, right? When you weigh something down, it's to keep it from moving or to keep it upright, however you look at it, right? But it's what we attach importance to. So what he was going over in the first scriptures, right? Like the rich young ruler, what was he attached to? What did he attach importance to mentally? His moolah,
Yep.
right?
Yeah,
His
moolah,
riches, right? What was the other example you went to? Mother, father, sister, brother. We attach an importance to those things, and then we make those the weight. But what should be the weight? Read Matthew 23 and verse 23.
Matthew chapter 23 and verse 23.
Uh-huh.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees,
Go ahead.
hypocrites,
Uh-huh.
for ye pay tithe of mint and anise
Go ahead.
and cumin, and,
Right.
have omitted the weightier matters.
So
of
the
law.
mint, the anise, those represent those physical things that, you know, I'm gonna substitute the spiritual things with the physical things. I'm gonna omit what does it say?
Omit the weightier matters.
The what?
The weightier matters.
So there are weighty things that are supposed to hold you down in this life and hold you to a standard and hold you and keep you upright. But it's what you put the mental importance on. Money is gonna be there. Clothing, this, that, all the things that you just naturally wake up and have that you don't start thinking about until you start getting weak.
Yep.
You don't start thinking about until times start getting hard. They're always there. But what mental importance do you attach to it to make it this grandiose weight that now I can't move in my purpose because I'm weighed down with these thoughts? Or I can't move in my purpose because the weight of this situation got me freezing up. Can't bend my knees. If I bend my knees too far, I'm gonna buckle under the pressure. But there are weighty things that are supposed to uphold us. It's funny how it works. Like, if we take on certain weights, we'll be able to move freely, and if we release certain weights, we'll be able to be stationary. There's certain weights, if you hold on to it, you actually move freer. He's gonna tell us. Read. Oh, read.
And have omitted weightier matters of the law.
Right.
Judgment.
What?
Judgment.
Huh?
Judgment.
Right. That's a weighty thing. Judgment.
Yep.
But some have omitted the judgment for the resource, for the other thing. What else?
Mercy.
Well, I don't see I need to have mercy on anybody, right? Because it's about me. As long as I'm good. What else?
And faith.
And what?
Faith.
I don't have to have faith because I can buy my way out of a problem,
Done.
or I can hide my way out of a problem, or I can bribe my way out of an issue. I don't have faith. Faith. Remember Soldier Boy? Drake. You like Soldier Boy with the leaning fake Gucci thing, and it's like faith. What I gotta have faith for? Because why do I gotta have that? I've already omitted that. If I have faith, I'm gonna be weighed down. But I don't need to have faith in this life. And look how free I get to move. Go ahead.
These ought ye to have done.
These what?
These ought ye to have done.
Right. So what it is you got to understand, what are you attaching mentally? What is your mental attachment, and what are you making the weight? Because we do it ourselves. You make the rib the weight. You call it the old ball and chain.
Wow.
Right? But why is she the weight? Why are you dragging her behind you? Well, because you didn't teach her. Because you didn't build her up. You didn't make her an asset. You didn't put a mental weight in dealing with her mind, but it was about other things. So now she just a weight you dragging. And it could be vice versa, where the husband's just a weight. He's the old ball and chain. Damn, sounds bad, right? But why? Because he's not stepping up to make himself an asset, to make himself that bodybuilder. Right? So there's many weights, but some weights are good, like judgment, all the things we just read. Those are the things that solidify you in the truth. They solidify you in the knowledge. What's up, Corey?
I was just trying to see if Proverbs 27:3 go along with what you're talking about.
Whatever you pull goes along with what I'm saying. I'm confident now.
Oh, no. Kind.
Pardon. Proverbs 27:3.
Kind.
That's another weight. Yeah. Read it.
Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
A stone is heavy,
Right.
and the sand is weighty,
Come on.
but a fool's wrath is heavier than them both.
That's why Hebrews 12 said, release the weights that so easily beset us. What does it mean to be beset? It's talking about being removed off the path, or being taken out of a place. Isn't that what wrath do? When you start getting angry and wrathful, don't you get removed out of your place? Out of your spiritual dwelling? Like they say, you coming up out of your body. Right? So yeah, that goes with it. That's another weight. You had your hand up, Anshariah?
Yeah, I think mine is more for the end of the class.
Oh, okay. What was it? You had your hand up. What you got? Got it.
It's Jeremiah 23,
Act like she know how the
33.
class is going. She got the Word document.
No, I don't.
Jeremiah 23. I was about to say. Jeremiah 23 what?
33 through 38.
Jeremiah what?
23,
23 and what?
33.
Yep.
You got that?
Bird, no.
You want me to read?
Do you want it? Jeremiah 23.
Bird of the Lord.
Oh, and what? 33? No, let's. No, let's hold that. We can slide it in, but let's hold it. Because this is going into a different point, I think. Where you at?
Matthew chapter 13, verse 22.
Matthew chapter 13 and verse 22.
She was pulling this based off of what Michael Rob was saying earlier. We're already off that. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 13 and verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word.
So these weights, brothers and sisters, when they're moving with these weights, they're like this type of seed. They're like the seed that fell amongst the thorns. Read on.
And the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
So it said the cares. Everything that we're going over in the examples, mother, father, brother, sister, riches, the things of this life, the cares of this world, the deceitfulness of riches. Oh, it's about to drop. I'm gonna get in on it. Deceitfulness, and it just turns around on you. The market just turns around on you. The deceitfulness of riches. I have it here in the Amplified. I'm gonna read this. And the one on whom seed was sown, among the thorns, this is the one who hears the word, but the worries, hear that? The worries and distractions of the world and deceitfulness, the superficial pleasures and delights of riches choke the word, and it yieldeth no fruit. Give me Luke 8 and 14. So you see it, like I'm getting this from the Amplified because I like the extra wording and the extra verbiage in it. So it said the distractions. What we get distracted from? Social media. That's a big distraction. What debate is happening in the Israelite community? Was did who mean who, or did it mean you who? I picked who, Corey, who is a exterminator. You know, who? What in what way did the Bible mean who? And debating about that. Or when did Christ die, and when was he resurrected? The debate. Who, when, why? It could be a distraction. A distraction from what, like the scripture quadruple, the weightier matters, the things that's of real importance. And you let these superficial things be a distraction. It says superficial pleasures and delights. People get their kicks from hearing these debates. You get your kicks off of what's happening around the world. It's just entertainment. It's just distractions. Yeah. That's all it is. YouTube shorts, TikToks, Instagram posts, whatever. It's just distractions. Mm-hmm. These are weights. No matter how much of a weight it is, it's still a weight. It's not a profitable weight. Read the Luke 8 and 14.
Luke chapter 8 and verse 14. And that which fell among thorns.
So this is the same parable in a different account. This one's from Luke. Go ahead.
Are they which, when they have heard, go forth, and are choked with the cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and bring no fruit to perfection.
So the way it's coming out in Luke, it said that these things are choking you. So it didn't just make you unfruitful, but it slowed up the process of the fruit maturing. So instead of it getting the proper nutrients so that the nutrients can get to that fruit and grow and develop and be nice and juicy and flourishing, ready for the master to pick. No, you just got to get some little green mangoes. They've never got that nice full yellow color to it. I'm reading the Amplified. The seed which fell among the thorns, these are the ones who have heard, but as they go on their way, they are suffocated with the anxieties. You can get suffocated with your worries. You can get suffocated with your cares. Anybody ever have a panic attack? Y'all online, in here, you ever have a panic attack? All of a sudden you just, wow, I feel like I can't breathe. Why am I shaking a little bit like, and you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You're like, is this what a heart attack feels like? Like, you don't know what's happening in your body. Because your mind, a lot happens in the background, and you're holding these weights, and you don't know that you're holding them. You get that anxiety. Start suffocating you. And you don't know what the hell is going on. I've been there, had it when I was working at AT&T, pulled up on the job, and I was like, about to knock this out. Confident, ready to knock out this job. I'm like, I'm gonna do this quick. I normally do a job like this in 2.5 hours, but I'm gonna knock this one out in an hour and a half. This is an easy house. And then all of a sudden, when I went to grab my tools, I was like, oh. Heart's beating fast. I'm like, why do I feel like this? I was like, I feel like I can't grip my tools right now. I was like, everything feels heavy. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Anxieties. I know about no anxiety. I didn't acknowledge anxiety. I never acknowledged stress. That was like made up stuff to me. When people say, "Oh man, I'm stressed. Oh man, I got anxiety." I'm like, what? Just do the job. Just do the work. Just handle her. Just handle that. But look, these different things of the world, when there's too many weights and they're going on in the background, you don't even know that you had these as a weight, causes anxiety. It makes you lack in your fruit. Your fruit doesn't grow to maturity. Oh, I'm gonna finish the scripture. It says anxieties and riches and pleasures of this life, they bring no fruit to maturity. And that's what I was going in on. It brings no fruit to maturity. You don't completely develop patience. You don't completely develop long suffering. You don't completely develop anything that the Most High wants from you. It's just kind of, it looked like it's about to be something, but it's not. Did you have something? Okay. All right, so next point, the cares of this life, right? We're just segueing. Moving on. The cares of this life. There's things that we actually need. You know, everything that I named and that we deal with it. You know, social media is a tool. The camp uses to promote the camp. We use it to promote the businesses. It's a tool. It's something that, you know, is necessary in this day and age. We're in the technology age. What else is necessary? It's necessary for you to have clothes on your back. It's necessary for you to have food in your stomach. It's necessary for us to have tools that we can work with and build with. Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 39 and verse 26. There's things that we need in life.
All right.
Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 39 and verse 26.
Come.
The principal thing for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron,
Go ahead.
and salt,
Uh-huh.
flour.
Oh, wait. It said in what?
Salt.
Gotta make sure that your food is seasoned with salt. Talking to Corey. Nah.
No, you ain't either.
It said salt. Go ahead. You gotta have flavor because you know that's law. That's why it's a principal thing for life. You know, the Most High don't want to offer them without the salt. Go ahead.
Flour of wheat, honey,
Read.
milk, and the blood of the grapes, and oil and clothing.
So basically, basic necessities for life. Basic things that you need just to You know, blood of the grape, have a little good time. Oil, keep you smelling good, or to cook with. Clothing, you got to be clothed, right? You know, these are things that we need in life. It's not bad. But when it gets bad is when you start putting these things in importance. I gotta have the J's. I gotta have that Versace. I gotta have that chain. Oh my God, I need that. When they drop, I'm gonna be the first in line when they drop. These different cares. Or you want to get you got to get the latest and greatest vehicle, the 2026. Man, 2026 ain't even came out. It ain't even 2026 yet. And you got to have it before the year come out. You just got to have the latest and greatest and best. When you start putting it up, these are when these thoughts of these items, and you start adding importance to them, and you start giving them weight, which is now in turn weighting you down, it starts in your mind first. Give me Mark chapter 7, verse 21.
Is a vehicle important?
John?
In this day and age, is a vehicle important? Yeah, of course, but see, the weight is not the vehicle. The weight is the intent you put on the vehicle. What do you intend to do with it? That's the weight, right? It's not getting the car, it's what am I gonna use it for, right? And that's where the burden comes in. The burden of trying to keep it up, the burden of trying to keep it, the burden of maintenance, the burden of hoarding it to yourself.
Yeah, you're getting it just because it's something new and shiny.
Yeah.
You're getting it to floss.
Get it to floss, right? And that's where the burden comes in. But if it's for the right purpose, right, then it's not so much of a burden when you got to pay that bill because it's a 2026 or 2024 or whatever it is, or you got to put gas or you got to put maintenance, right? It doesn't come out as burdensome because there's a benefit that it brings. That's why things become burdensome, because you look at it when you start to rectify and you start to calculate after you do something and you're like, what was the point of getting this? Right? What was the point of spending this so much money just to get to class, or just to do this, or just to do that, or just for me to have it sit in the garage?
Mm-hmm.
What was the point? But then you get to see, like, you only did it for you. You only did it for you. You only did it for your purpose. And that's where the weight and the burden and that weighing down of the mind starts to now you're stressed. Now you're anxiety filled. Now you again, you can't move the way you need to move. You're not free in the spirit. So we got to look at these things. It's not the thing. It's what mind you have towards the thing, the things that he went to. The oil, the salt, right? It ain't the fact that you didn't season the chicken the right way. It ain't the salt. It ain't the chicken's fault. You didn't put enough salt in there, right? It's your mind towards the thing, right? Guys will never let me live that down.
I'm glad you owned up to it.
Hey, I own up to my faults. You know what I'm saying? Players mess up too.
Yeah,
Right? Players mess up too, man. Hey, I was counseling that day. I was doing a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The salt-
Multitasking,
Well,
bro.
you put the salt on other things.
Yeah. As long as a brother's spirit was salted that day, I was good. That's all that matters. Right?
See, you see the mindset there? Look, we're gonna go back to this mindset. Even that mindset is saying that it wasn't the thing that held more importance. It was the people. That was the thing that's weightier, but that is also the thing that frees us up too, dealing with each other. But we're gonna jump to this Mark chapter 7, verse 21. And we're gonna twirl around and we're gonna see how these thoughts start to develop in the mind towards these things. Read Mark 7:21.
Mark chapter 7, verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of man, proceed evil thoughts.
So within your mind, you say, outwardly you thinking like, oh, I'm gonna just get this for the righteous reason. I'm doing this for the righteous cause. I'm doing it for my brothers. I'm doing it for my sisters. I'm about to get this bag for Yashala. But It said in your mind though, evil thoughts can proceed. Are you really sincere in your thought process? Are you really sincere in your goals? Read on.
Adulteries,
Uh-huh.
fornications,
Read.
murders,
Verse 22.
thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit,
Uh-huh.
lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness.
You see this like long laundry list of things that can twirl around in a person's brain? Deceit, wickedness, lasciviousness, an evil eye. All in the pursuit of holding on to things or getting things or using things outside of its purpose. Lifting things up above where it should be. Look, car's not important. Like I was talking to brothers the other day, and money's always a thing. Money always ends up coming up somewhere, shape, or form, because we need to use it to operate. But I was telling brothers, I was like, man, I don't care about money. Like, I don't give a damn about money. I really don't. Like, it's just like shoes. I just put it on so I can cover my feet and not step on rocks and hurt my feet because I don't got Benjamite feet.
Damn.
Hey, y'all be like bragging on how strong y'all feet are. I got light-skinned feet.
My feet are pretty dark skinned.
So I just use, like, money is just a tool. It's just something I use, just like I would use a hammer or a shovel or a wrench. I just use it. It ain't something of super importance or I put a lot of weight on. Yes, I know I need it. I need it to accomplish different goals.
Yeah.
But what do I really need? We all really need the Most High. We all really need to keep our minds right, and the Most High will take care of everything else as long as we're staying in the Spirit. But these different thoughts start to brew in a Hebrew's mind. Lasciviousness, wickedness, murders, adulteries, fornications. Like when it said the things that proceed out of a man's mind, evil thoughts, it just lists all the different areas and categories of evil thoughts. Read verse 23.
Verse 23. All these evil things come from within.
Come from where?
From within.
Yeah, the weight starts inside of you first. The weight is not attached to you. You see the thing, you want the thing, you go after the thing, and then you add the weight. But it starts in your thought process. Give me Galatians chapter 5, verse 19.
So basically, what we're learning is that's what the weight is. It's the thought. It's never the thing. It's the thought you put or attach to something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thought. That's why he said you omitted the weightier things of the law. You made one thing more important than the other. Who does that? We do. We make one thing, they can be set up to be at equal importance. But we find ways to make what's important important. Where a man's mind is, that's where his treasure will be also.
Come.
So we're the ones that put the importance on something, and that's the problem. We put importance on the wrong things.
Fine. And once you put the importance on it, right? You have this mental attachment to it now. You ever want something so bad that when you don't get it, you feel bad? You feel bad when you don't get the thing that you want because you put importance on it.
I used to be like that.
You put weight to it.
That's a child though.
That's a child. You put weight to it. And even speaking on that, brothers and sisters have become professional weightlifters because we lifting so much weight. It's like, I'm jealous. Pick up that jealousy. No, you know what? Counsel. I'm gonna sit down to jealousy. Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna pick up more jealousy. Strong out here in these streets. I'm curling this jealousy, or I'm curling this backbitingness. I'm curling this evil eye towards another sister, or brother. I'm curling this. You know, as they say when you hitting that heavy weight in the gym, I'm eating this. I'm eating this. You pick it up. You are counseled on putting it down. Then you put it down just to pick it right back up again. Makes zero sense. These evil thoughts start to twirl and manipulate your perspective of life. Read the Galatians 5:19.
Galatians chapter 5 and verse 19.
And like I said, it'll be in your thoughts. But then it goes from your thoughts into your actions. Go ahead.
Now, the works of the flesh are manifest. Which
They're what?
they're manifest.
The works, the action of the flesh, the actions of your thoughts are manifest. How? Read.
Which are these: adultery, fornication,
Go ahead.
uncleanness,
Read.
lasciviousness.
Lasciviousness. So as you see, it's already starting to list the same list that was in the mind. It said out of the mind comes in a man's mind are these things. And now it's coming into fruition. It's coming into action. And you're visibly showing the things that you have as a weight. Before, these weights was just, man, what's going on with the brother? What's going on with the sister? Man, what's happening with them? Man, like I talked to him, he say good. I talked to her, she said she good. But it still seemed like something's holding him back, or something's holding her back. He seems reluctant. He seems not so forthcoming. Like, what's going on? And then, give it time. Those seeds, those weights, stay in your mind long enough, they come into your actions. Read on.
Verse 20. Idolatry.
Oh, idolatry. Idolatry is a big one. Because anything can be an idol. You can make this little lion an idol. Or these menorahs, they're the gold menorahs. It's like a kid bumped the podium and the gold menorah fall down. What the? Start want to go off on the kids and oh my God! Keep your kids away from the podium. It chipped the gold menorah. You know that this is the gold menorah. It's not the silver one. The silver one's old and beat up, but this one is the gold menorah. You know, you putting all this importance, you ready to kill a child for being a child. Because it chipped the gold paint on this iron menorah. It's probably not even iron, it's probably copper. It's a least important metal. But it chipped the gold paint. Now you up in arms because idolatry, you put this up higher than what it really is. You put a lot of things up higher than what they really are. That's why I'm hitting on this idolatry. You can put your job up higher than what it really is. You can put your wardrobe up higher than what it is. Right now, I'm really digging this jacket. The sisters put in work, and I really like this jacket. Like, I just want to wear it every day, but it's hot out here. Matter of fact, I'm hot right now.
It's pretty hot.
It is hot. I'm like, dang, I got this jacket on, but at least I look fly while I'm hot. I look cool even though I'm hot. Or you know what? I look hot being hot.
Wow. I've heard so too.
But all these things start to come into your actions, right? And again, I appreciate the work that the sisters put in. I appreciate the work that my rib has done and put in when it comes to all of my garments. But my garments are not idols. I don't look at my garments and be like, oh, I gotta make sure that it stays perfectly pressed. And you know what? I can't even hang it up with the rest of my clothes. I gotta hang it up in a set. It gotta have its own room. Matter of fact, I put it up behind a trophy case. No, it's just clothes. It's just clothes. You put it on, you take it off. Put it back on again after you wash it. It's just clothes. No idolatry happening here. But some people, it is like that. Their wardrobe is an idol to them. Go ahead.
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft. You trying to cast spells and throw different stones together and call it manifestation stones.
Oh, wow. Safety stones.
You trying to conjure up things using some type of witchcraft. Go ahead.
Hatred.
Hatred. That's a weight that always likes to appear. You start hating on another brother. You start hating on someone else's success. You start hating that you're not where someone else is. Bro, these are weights. Go ahead.
Variance.
Read.
Emulation.
Uh-huh.
Wrath.
Go ahead.
Strife.
Mm-hmm.
Sedition.
Mm-hmm.
Heresy.
Bro, I can go in on every single one of these and how they manifest themselves in a brother's or a sister's life. But just look at how long this laundry list is. It's long. 2 whole verses, every single word. Read verse 21.
Verse 21. Envyings.
Mm-hmm.
Murders.
Uh-huh.
Drunkenness.
Go ahead.
Revelings.
Uh-huh.
And such like of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past,
Uh-huh.
that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Those that act out and show off these weights that they have, they want to show how buff they are in the spirit in the wrong way. You want to show off how much hatred you can hold. You want to show how much lasciviousness you can hold. I'm the most lascivious of all the lasciviousness. Don't clip that.
Right.
You wanna flex on how stubborn you are? I'm the most stubborn of stubborn. Say Issachar's a strong ass. I'm the strongest. I'm the most stubborn. Like, that's not a flex. You wanna flex and show your strength in negativity, in the weight that's really holding you down. It's not making you stronger. This weight is the weight that weakens your spirit. This weight is the weight that you overtrain, and instead you get muscle growth, you get muscle deterioration. Give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 31 and verse 13. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 31, verse 13. Remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing.
Man, because you see these things and you want to put it up. It enters into your eyes, it goes into your mind. You know, like they said, the eyes are the windows of the soul. Yeah. You see these things and you take it in and you want it. And you just weigh yourself down. I read something. I read something and it said that a worldly woman will use her looks and her eyes to inject poison into a man. So you see that and you look at it, boom, right through the windows of your soul, injecting poison. Remember that old school song? That girl is poison. Poison, poison. Yeah. Never trust. No, I'm not gonna finish it out.
Just a big wet and a smile.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because that girl is poison. Right? Get injected with that poison. That's a weight. Makes you sick. Can't stop thinking about it. Dancing and running around in your mind. You weighing yourself down from the truth, the things that's supposed to matter in life. That don't matter. A wicked eye is a wicked thing. Go ahead.
And what is created more wicked than an eye? Therefore it weepeth upon every occasion.
You know that weeping upon every occasion is when you get hurt by the things that you want. Your eye wanted, your mental eye wanted, and you just can't have it. You just don't get it. And you feel hurt and broke down because you didn't get what you wanted. I fought so hard for you, Howell. I didn't get it. Oh, woe was me. Or I loved it her.
Mm.
I loved it her. I did all the right things. I gave her flowers. I wrote her poetry. I sent her good morning messages. I sent her good night messages.
He loved did her.
Loved did
I
her.
loved it in her. You gotta add an extra D in it so she knows real.
You know,
Loved
all
it.
of that.
Mhm.
And still didn't get the prize. Still didn't get what you want out of it, which was the relationship or something extra. You know, sometimes it's just a conquering thing. You didn't get it. Or you wanted a certain job. You wanted a certain position on the job. You're like, I'm putting in all the overtime. Anytime my manager asks me to do something, I'm the first one to stand up and do it. I get it done. I'm doing all this extra work, taking on all these extra files and responsibilities. But I did not get the promotion. The person that hardly did anything got the promotion over me. It hurts. Feel bad. But that's an evil eye. Joseph didn't feel bad. You ever read about Joseph tripping on him being a slave?
No.
He just dealt with it. He was a slave, low position. He rose himself up to the highest of the low, but he's still a slave. Okay, that didn't knock you down enough? Okay, let's put you in jail. Now you're beneath the slave because you're not even free. And he became now the lowest of the low again. I mean, the highest of the low. He was running to jail, but he was still in jail. He still didn't have freedom. In due time, the Most High promoted him. The Most High lifted him up from his low estate. But life be lifing, right? Isn't that a thing? Life be lifing. And you gotta deal with it. You can't let it hold you down. You can't let it weigh you down. Because when you let things like that weigh you down, you end up being the unprofitable servant. You end up being that servant where you stand before the Most High in Christ, and he says, you're a wicked and slothful servant. And it's like, what? Well, hold on. I prophesied in your name. I did many good works. I did all these different things. But no, you didn't do it for the right reasons. Your intent was wrong. You did it for vainglory. Or also, you were that hireling shepherd. That hireling shepherd that just didn't care for the flock. He wasn't taking care for the flock because he loved the flock. He was just doing it because it's a job. It's a position. You know, maybe he felt he liked some type of recognition or he got some type of pay out of it. But it wasn't for the love of the flock. It was the love of himself. Some people do good works just to hear someone say, attaboy. Some people help other people out because they get a kick out of helping someone that's in a lower estate than them. There's people that do that.
That recognition.
Yeah, that recognition. But give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 40 and verse 1.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 40, verse 1. Great travail is created for every man.
What's created for every man?
Great travail is created for every man.
Life be lifing. Life and the things pertaining to life was created for every man. In the truth or out the truth. There is a weight attached to different things if you attach it to it. If in your mind you put weight to that. Travail is created for every man. Read on.
And an heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam.
Go ahead.
From the day that they go out of their mother's womb, till the day that they return to the mother of all things.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Bond, free, slave, in the truth, out the truth, nation, Israelite. It's a heavy yoke. Everybody got to deal with something. But are you going to let these things, the things of this world, weigh you down? Because it's not supposed to. You're supposed to be free from this. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you what? Free. Right. Read on.
Their imaginations of things to come, and the day of death trouble their thoughts,
Go ahead.
and cause fear of heart.
So just thinking about the things you have to deal with can be a weight. Think about raising your kids. That's a weight. You know, you want to make sure that, you know, you teach your son right. You want to make sure that, you know, you give your daughter wisdom and she's able to make great selections without you being present. You want all these good things for your children, and you put time, effort, and dedication into it.
It says marry your daughter and you'll perform a weighty matter.
Come on. Marry
Marry your daughter and you'll perform a weighty matter, but give her to a man of wisdom. Those are the weighty matters, like making sure your children are well off. Right, the people that they associate with, like you're saying, making the right decisions when you're not around. Those are the weighty things that we should be cumbered about with.
Come.
Right, we're cumbered about with the wrong things.
But that's why I said, both in the truth and out of the truth, these are still weighty matters to anybody, or to the Jew and to the Gentile, right? It's a weighty matter. The scriptures are saying the imaginations to come and the day of death. You worried about, you know, am I in good health? You get a weird mole somewhere. You're like, oh my God, do I got cancer? You feel your heart beat irregularly. Oh, what's going on? Am I sick? Is something wrong with me? You know, you worried about how you gonna die or if you gonna die. This is in the truth, out the truth. But if you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, these weights shouldn't be as weighty on your mind. Like I use the example of rearing children, raising up the children. Well, if you're doing everything that you know you're supposed to do, well then it shouldn't be a weight, because you're doing the things. You're doing it. Now, every person got to make their own decisions. Not all children want to stay in the truth. Not all children want to make the right decisions, despite all the training. You can teach them, show them. Some just got to go out there and feel it. And some go out there, feel it, and still never come back. That's just the way it is. That's the facts of life. Look at Eli's sons, the sons of Eli. Eli was a righteous man, but his sons was wicked. David was a righteous man, but he had a lot of wicked sons. You know, it's just what it is. But if you let that be your weight, it will hold you back, because all you're thinking about is your children. My kids, my family. Look, salt needs to be sprinkled over here too. Brothers and sisters need to be salted. Other households need to be dealt with. The nation needs to be dealt with. Shoot, your own mind needs to be dealt with. Can't let your kids, or you can't let anything else of this world continue to be a hindrance to your path. Read on.
Okay. Oh.
Verse 3.
Verse 3. From him that sitteth on the throne of glory, unto him that is humbled in earth and ashes.
Go ahead.
From him that weareth purple and a crown, unto him that is clothed with a linen frock.
Read.
Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger and strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep, do change his knowledge. So
it said rich, poor. It gave these rich, poor. It's in the, like I was saying earlier, in the truth, out the truth. No matter what stature you're in, what position you're in, you're gonna feel these things. But how do you feel it? Do you feel it like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego? Think about it. Y'all know the story. They were in the fiery furnace. It said they didn't feel the heat. It said their clothes were not singed, nor did it smell like smoke. Look, can you run through hell with gasoline draws and not get lit on fire, and burn the hell up? Can you go through these things? Or do you end up like this? Going through these trials and your understanding starts to change. You don't get no rest because your mind is weighed down on all these things of the world. Read verse 6.
Verse 6. A little or nothing is his rest,
Go ahead.
and afterward he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch.
Yeah. You're always thinking about my job. I know that my job thought. You know, I know it because I had a job where I had to also work outside of work. Hated that. Like, you got to maintain clients and deal with people on your off time just so you can maintain your good job status. Bro, I'll work all day and then get home, do the Al Bundy, sit on the couch, and then I get a phone call from my work phone. I'm like, oh man, what's going on with their service? Oh man, if they call the 800 number, it's gonna make me look bad because there was a metrics I had to meet. I used to always think about my job. I'd go to sleep and I'd be in my dreams dealing with customers. Yeah. That's like what it's saying here. That was a weight to me. It's saying here, little is nothing to their rest, as in a day of keeping watch. You sleep as though you staying up all day because you're weighted down in your mind. Go ahead.
Troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle.
Go ahead.
When all is safe, he awaketh and marveleth that the fear was nothing.
Eventually, when you wake up, you come to the truth and you actually start waking up. Your mind starts being ignited to, man, these things really aren't that important. It's not, the importance that I'm putting on it, it's not that important. Just like what is I've sent the video on the chat of Will Smith talking about, you know, he wished people could, you know, get everything that they want in life so they can find out that it's nothing.
Talking about rock bottom and cliff top.
Rock bottom and cliff top. Same place.
Basically, you say that they were in the same place. It's the same feeling. You be at the top of the cliff, you got everything. It feels like being at rock bottom because what else is there? It's crazy.
Kind
That's wild. Like, he's one of the biggest, most famous, richest celebrities, right? I was looking at iRobot came out in what, 2003, 4,
something like that.
25, 2005, 20 years ago. And he was a huge star then. Like, damn, this dude don't age. This dude got money. Like, but he was basically articulating it. Like, look, he was on Drink Champs. He was like, look, it's the same place. Whether you're at the top of the hill and you got everything, or you're at the very bottom. It's all about what? What's next?
What's next?
The accumulation. What's more? He was talking about being happy within without having anything, or while having everything. That's, but it. Don't it go back to what you put the weight on? Right? You ever see people that ain't got nothing, they be happy as hell?
Yep.
Because their mind is not on what they don't have. That's not where the weight is, right? That's not where the burden is set. You got people that have everything and they're unhappy as hell because they put too much weight on that stuff. It's not fulfilling. I mean, shit, it's crazy.
Yeah. Give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 17 and verse 11.
My allergies are destroying me right now. I don't even have allergies. This is crazy. I am getting punked right now with these allergies. I don't even have allergies. Like, this is not even a thing. But lately it's been a thing. I don't know. He cookie laughs.
It's the Matrix. It's not real.
BC powder in my head.
Go ahead, Ot.
Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17 and verse 11. For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous,
Uh-huh.
and being pressed with conscience,
Right.
always forecasteth grievous things.
It said, in your mind, grievous things are forecasted. Because you have this weight. What if? What if this? What if that? What if is a weight? That's a huge weight. What if I spend this money and then I don't have money for this? Or what if, my rib leaves the house and she's not going to the grocery store, but she's beating up with someone else. What if? You having all these what ifs, weights. Or, like I said earlier, like you had a little irregular heartbeat. What if I'm dying? Got some kind of chest pain. What if I got lung cancer? You don't even smoke. Actually, I heard people that don't smoke get more lung cancer than people who do smoke.
Secondhand. It's weird.
Yeah. I read that somewhere, but
Yeah.
God, the forecasting of evil things is grievous. The thoughts that weigh your mind down, the things that you sit back and think about and meditate on when you lay on your bed. Read on.
Verse 12. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth.
So when you have all these different fears, all these different what ifs, these are the weights that are holding you down, but you're not letting the Most High or trusting in the Most High to relieve you of the weight. You're not snapping back. You're not snapping out of it. You stay in it and you meditate on it. You dwell on it. You're betraying your true power. You're betraying the Most High. The Most High is like, I got you. I got you. You ever pick up one of your kids and they're like squirming because they don't feel like you got a good hold of them? Or you ever, it was funny, my pops was a strong dude. He picked me up when I was probably like 20 years old. And this dude was like Superman. He was like, don't worry, son. You got these new shoes. I'm gonna help you not get them dirty. And we're like at not a used car lot, but a pick apart place. And it had just rained. It was like a huge puddle. He was like, don't worry, son, I got you. And I was like, no, Dad, you don't got me. I'm like, I'm too heavy for you. But nah, he was strong. He's strong as hell. Picked me up and jumped over the puddle. He's like, yeah, son, I know you just got them shoes. I know you don't want to get them dirty. I'm the one that drug you out here. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be at fault for that. I'm like, oh, appreciate it. But I was like, I was betraying my secure right there. I was like, man, he got me, but I don't feel like he got me. But he had me. That's how the Most High has us. Through all the ups and downs, highs and lows, the rock bottom or cliff top, the Most High got you. But you got to know that He got you. Don't let the things in this world and the things in your mind continue to weigh you down. Trust in the Lord. Lean not to your own understanding. Read on.
And the expectation from within, being less, counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment.
Your thoughts is worse than what it really is. That's why I said earlier, we put too much weight on things. The thought of the things is worse, is heavier than the actual thing. Give me Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 24.
Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters.
No man can serve 2 masters, 3 masters, 4 masters, 5 masters, 6 masters, 7 masters, 8 masters. You can't serve more than one master. You can't serve the rib. You can't serve the parents. You can't serve the kids. You can't serve the job. You can't serve and divide your service to all these other people. Understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you cannot do these jobs or hold these duties, but it cannot supersede the main goal the purpose, the whole purpose of a man's life, the whole duty of man. What is the whole duty of man, brothers?
Keep the commandments.
Say it again.
Keep the commandments.
The whole duty of man is to keep the commandments.
Huh?
Nothing else should supersede that. Keep the commandments. Hold down what you're supposed to hold down. The Most High got you on the back end. Trust in the Lord all thy heart, lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Keep those things in the front of your mind. And it supersedes you having more than one master. That means you're serving the Lord in all things that you do. Whatever you put your hands to do, do it unto the Lord. Right? Read on.
For either he will hate the one and love the other.
Yeah, you gonna hate the job and you gonna love the Most High, or you gonna love the job and hate the Most High? Man, the truth. Man, because of the truth, I'm up late. Because of the truth, if it wasn't for the truth, I'd have left this woman. If it wasn't for the truth, I wouldn't be with this man. If it wasn't for the truth, I'd be able to get better sleep at night because I wouldn't be kept in class late. If it wasn't for the truth, I'd be able to get together and go out when I feel like it versus having to show up when they call. I was like, dang, bro, you got that much resentment for the truth? You gonna love one and hate the other. Or for brothers, or for sisterhood. Sisters always want to get together and have brunch, or sisters want to get together and just go out, have a sisters night. I just want to stay home. I'm always out. Dang. You always out, but you ain't always out with the sisters, or you ain't always out with the brothers. It's like, man, I just want to chill tonight. Well, you can't chill with bros. Yeah, it's been a long night, so I'm gonna just stay in. That's like when we went out to the Passover, bro. I was asleep the whole however many days we was out there. I was seriously I was walking sleep. Like you can see it in my eyes everywhere I went. I was like, hey, slow. Hey, picture. I was just like, barely keep my eyes open. I'm tired. I was tired the whole day. The best sleep I got was just driving back. I didn't really sleep at the Airbnb because we got to the Airbnb, settled in. Didn't really settle in. Unload your stuff, take a shower, and then we was right at the mansion. Stayed there late. Got back later, I should say, because we played the game. How many Hebrew Israelites does it take to get a car out the grass? And after we finished playing that game, got back home late. I just literally sat in a chair and I fell asleep for 3 hours and woke back up and started moving again. Because now it's Passover day and everything got to get ready and sisters moving about and people got things to do, and then I was looking after my kids and handling things I had to handle. I did not sleep the whole time. But you can't serve two masters. Let me not digress. Can't serve two masters. You either gonna love this or you gonna hate it. You either gonna set things before the Most High or you're not. And you pick. You're able to pick what you will serve. You're able to pick what's going to be your weight. You choose to pick it up, and you can choose to lay it down. Read on.
Or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
Read.
Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
You can take that mammon and put it to anything else. You can't serve the Most High in your rib. You can't serve the Most High in your job. You can't serve the Most High in Nike. You can't serve the Most High in Reliant Energy. You can't serve the Most High and the water bill. Like, whatever you put in that weight or high importance on cannot supersede the Most High. It's because the Most High we're even able to have jobs. It's because of the Most High that we're even able to make any kind of money. The money don't come from the job, it comes from the Most High. Having good children and respectful kids, yeah, you teach them. But at the end of the day, it's because the Most High quicken their spirit to obey. You can't make them obey. Pat, I mean, we got evidence of that too in the camp. You can't be around a child 24/7 and make them do what you want them to do. It's only by the grace and mercy of the Most High that they do make right decisions. But you do have to teach them. We do have to do our job. And doing our job with our children is the will of the Most High. That is doing the will of the Most High. Deuteronomy chapter 6, right? It says, teach him while you're walking on the way, when he lies down, when he rises up, all that. Read on.
Verse 25.
Oh, yes, sir.
I have a precept on what you're going over.
What you got?
First Kings 18 and 21.
Uh-huh.
And Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long halt ye between two opinions?
Uh-huh.
If the Lord be God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not a word.
Huh. People answer not a word. Hey, look, if God be God, let him be God. If he is the power of your life, let him be the true power of your life. Don't let everything else weigh you down and be a new power in your life. You know these newly formed gods? There's new gods popping up every day. It's like the god of bookshelves, the god of pictures, the god of I mean, bro, you name it, it's a god. There could be a god of it. And people idolize things. And they'll take that weight over the weight of the work. Read on.
Verse 25. Therefore, I say unto you, take no thought for your life.
Do what?
Take no thought for your life.
Man, this life ain't that important. It ain't as important as you might make it. A wise man once told me.
Please,
Look, I'm gonna tell you what he said. I'm gonna tell you. He said, don't sweat the small stuff.
how wise was he?
He's a wise man in my life. He said, don't sweat the small stuff. And then, so of course, me being a young man, I was like, there's a lot of things that are important to me. I put weight and importance on different things. I have this life course that I need to stay on and make happen. So what's important? He said, what shouldn't I sweat? Okay, you said don't sweat the small, so well, what's considered small? And what should I sweat or take out as importance? He said, anything that is not life or death, don't sweat it. Blew my mind. I was like, so everything in this life, don't sweat it. Life and death. You know what's life and death? Is when we're applying this word and we're dealing with one another. It's life and death. Because if we're not able to gain the mind of a brother or gain the mind of a sister, that sister is lost. That's death unto that sister. That's death unto that brother. So the things pertaining to the work and pertaining to the truth, it's a weighty thing. But this is the way that we're supposed to be concerned with. This is the will of the Most High. What verse are you at?
Verse 25.
Go ahead.
Take no thought for your life,
Uh-huh.
what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body,
Read.
what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment?
Uh-huh.
Verse 26. Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them.
Who feeds them?
Heavenly Father feedeth them.
Most High is letting us, Yahweh Shai, in the spirit of the Most High, is letting us know that, yeah, we got to do things, we got to make moves, but what's really important? The service, the duty. The Most High is going to take care of us. Brother was asking me, he was like, man, should we start another business, and should we do this, or should we venture into this and do that? I was like, look, God, we're not in it to get rich, but guess what? You will be fed. Your household will be taken care of. The Most High will provide for us. We may not have mansions, but we will be provided for. We just got to do the work. What you got?
Just on what you're talking about?
Today.
Just on what you're talking about, so Mark 4:19.
Uh-huh.
And the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other things entering in, choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful.
Done. A revisit from earlier scripture. You know,
Last precept, Matthew chapter 6, verse 26, last precept.
uh-huh.
Are ye not much better than they?
Go ahead.
Verse 27, which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature?
Read.
And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow.
Uh-huh.
They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these.
So look, why you tripping on the food? Why you tripping on the clothes? Why you tripping on what you got or what you gonna get or what you can't get or can't get? Why you tripping on that? The Most High is gonna take care of you as long as you're doing His will. As long as you stay in the Spirit, the Most High is gonna take care of you. Read on.
Verse 30. Wherefore, if God so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven,
Uh-huh.
shall he not much more clothe you, or ye of little faith?
Verse 31.
Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed?
Don't let these carnal things be a weight on your mind. Where is it gonna come from? How am I gonna get it? Oh man, I'm lost out here. Oh Yahweh, please be with me. If you're doing the right thing, the Most High is with you. You don't have to worry about where these things are gonna come from. Because I've been working. I've taken the pay cut from the beginning of the truth. And I have not had to care about where is it going to come from to keep my lights on. Where is it going to come from to keep a roof over my head? Where is it going to come from to keep clothes on my back and food in my stomach? Because I know the Most High is going to take care of it. It wasn't about the money. Go ahead.
No, the whole thing is when you look at everything that you watch, all the media, everything is geared to make you panic. Right? Like they just had the Pope, he died the other day. And it's like, they make it this dramatic, like, what is the next Pope gonna be like? Is he gonna be conservative? Is he gonna be this? Is he gonna be that? Like they make it this drama show where you're now sitting back where like, you're like, what Pope is he gonna be? Right? You're like, wait, I don't give a damn about no Pope.
Right.
I don't care about Francis, John Paul. I don't care about none of them dudes. Right? But you're really sitting back considering, like, so is he going to be liberal? Or is he going to be more conservative? Is he going to be about like, they gear everything. That's why the news, when the news comes on, it got a certain type of music.
Right.
Right? When you
Raise the
listen to
breaking
it.
news. The breaking news.
Yeah.
Breaking news symbol across, red and yellow, like, yeah, they do certain things to gear,
Stir up your anxiety.
right, it's to stir up your anxiety. And in this evening's news, the Dow fell 1,000 points. You're like, oh no, the Dow.
Not the Dow.
You're like, wait, you got no trades in the Dow. I ain't got no Dow money.
Like, who is Dow?
Yeah, who the hell's Dow?
Why do you
You don't even know what Dow means. You don't know what S&P means. But you heard they lost 1,000 points, and you like, damn, we lost 1,000 points. Oh my God,
You
how
don't
we
know what
gonna ever
1,000
get?
points
Yeah,
look
you
like.
don't know what that look like. And you're like, how are we gonna get this 1,000 points back? Right? And you like, but it just throws you into this anxiety, or it's geared towards throwing you into this anxiety to worry and care about things that don't even pertain to you. Right? That really in any other arena you don't even care about. We only keep track of the news and different things like that, so to keep abreast, because we know the scriptures talk about the things going on in the world. Other than that, I wouldn't really care for the news, because it's whack to watch the news, and all it is death and destruction. They got to do a segment on the news. They call it good news. They do it on ABC.
Oh, yeah, they do it on
and
ABC,
we
yeah.
have good news today. They give you like a little 3-second good news clip.
It'll be some
It's like
BS.
40 minutes of damn drama and chaos, and they give you 3 minutes of something good,
Right.
right? You already turned my anxiety all the way up, right? But that's what it's about. They want you to panic, right? Because with the Dow is crashing, the economy is crashing, where are you going to get resources? The tariffs and the trade wars. We're in a trade war all of a sudden now. Like we never haven't been in a trade war this whole time.
Right.
But all of a sudden we in a trade war. We've been in a trade war. Right? So you gotta just recognize how they use the media to manipulate, again, what is gonna be weighty to you, what are you gonna focus on, and what are you gonna have faith in and what you're not gonna have faith in.
John? Give me Isaiah, not Isaiah, but what, did you finish verse 32?
No, sir.
Go ahead, read verse 32.
Verse 32. For after all these things do the Gentiles think, for your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things.
So like even the examples Quasar was bringing out, these are all the things that the Gentiles seek after. These are all the things that stir up the Gentile. It's not supposed to stir up the Israelite. Give me Matthew chapter 11, verse 28.
Even in that, the word Gentile means herd of animals also. It just means a herd of animals. So things it's showing you like animals think about these things. Lower based things that only go to their sensual needs think about these things. Right? So you gotta keep that in mind also. Go ahead.
Matthew 11, 28.
It's Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest.
He'll give you, Yahweh shall give us what?
Give you rest.
The work is the rest. The routine is the rest. The routine is the safety. We got the same schedule. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You forgot Thursday.
Yeah, we do have Thursday too. We have a Thursday. So every single day of the week, we got something going on. The routine is the rest, because it keeps you out of the trouble, keeps you out of the lanes, keeps you out of the streets, keeps your mind occupied in more productive things versus the things that lead to destruction. Verse 29.
Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart.
So think about this. He said, take on my work. Take on this yoke of the work. I'm meek. I'm meek. I'm lowly of heart. Learn of me. Understand me. Because guess what? When you start to understand Yahweh Shai and the way he moved and the way he dealt with things, you start to understand how to move and how to deal with things. And it's not as much of a burden anymore. The weight is being cast off when you apply the method.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And ye shall find rest unto your souls.
See, I think I jumped it. It says it right there. You'll find rest. It's an easier work when you don't have to, when you have less cares of the world. Verse 30.
For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light.
Give me Isaiah 33 and 6. Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
So when you have the wisdom, when you're getting the wisdom and you're getting the knowledge, this is the easiness of the yoke. When you have understanding, just like we're going over these spiritual weights, when you understand that these things are weights and you need to cast them down or you need to cast them off of you, you feel freer. You're able to work more. You're able to do this service with a light heart and not be weighed down in your mind, always thinking about some type of negative. Read on.
And strength of salvation.
You're gonna have strength to be saved, because it's gonna keep you out the lanes, and it's gonna keep you in the way of the Most High and keep you in the way of the kingdom. Give me Galatians chapter 5 and verse 16.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 16.
And I just wanted to throw out this quote. There's a quote that says, when there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without. So if you conquer or remove those weights that you have within you, there's nothing that's going to put a weight on you. Because all the weights that we all have are self-inflicted weights. We picked it up. We picked it up, we put it down and pick up a heavier one. It's not weights that were just imposed on us. But Yahushua is telling us, take his way. Take his method. His yoke is easy and his burden is light. The truth is easy, it's light, it's rewarding. In comparison to get rich, die trying, it's light. And you know what? It's fulfilling, because me personally, I love y'all. I love dealing with the brothers. I love being able to deal with the sisters. I love dealing with the children.
Yeah.
It's not a burden to me.
Love you too.
Appreciate it. You know, I would tell brothers after they'll call me up, and you know, I'll give a little counsel or I'll give some edification on scripture, and they'll thank me, and I'm like, no, I thank you for deeming me worthy to be able to deal with you. You chose me to call. Out of anybody that you could have called, you called me. Could have called your mama, could have called your daddy, could have called your bald-headed granny, but you called your thought. You know, and I'm like, I appreciate being used, being useful. With holes in the panties. Right? You bald-headed granny with holes in the panties. Galatians chapter 5, verse 16.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Walk in the Spirit of the Most High and Yahushua. Walk in the Spirit, walk in the path that Yahushua laid, and ye shall not fulfill the desires of the flesh that cause you to be weighed down. Second Ezra chapter 14 and verse 14. I got a couple more scriptures. We out. Gonna go a little bit over because we started a little bit late.
Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Cast away the burdens of man.
Cast off the heaviness that mankind has. Cast off the heaviness that this world offers you. Read.
Put up now the weak nature.
Uh-huh.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Get those heavy thoughts out of your mind. Let not that be a weight unto you. If you can't get out your own mind, guess what? We got competent counselors all across S.O.W. We got competent counselors here in Houston, in BA, and in Rochester. Talk to a brother. Open up your mind. Help him help you. Read.
And haste thee to flee from these times.
Ecclesiastes 38 and 18.
Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 38, verse 18.
And another brother, give me Ecclesiastes 30 and 21.
For heaviness cometh death.
Of heaviness come what?
Death.
You'll kill yourself. You kill yourself with the words of this world. You'll kill yourself with vain worries, with vain hopes. You kill yourself with vain expectations. With heaviness cometh death. Read.
And the heaviness of the heart breaketh strength.
That if your mind get too heavy, and you feel like you taking gut shots because the things that you want in life aren't coming into fruition, it breaks your strength. Don't allow anything, don't allow this world to break your strength. Don't allow vain hopes to break your strength. Don't allow the things that this world considers important hold such importance to you to where it breaks your strength. Read on. No, jump to verse 20.
Verse 20. Take no heaviness to heart.
Go ahead.
Drive it away, and remember the last end.
Remember the goal. Drive away that heaviness. Because heaviness, like we read in the previous scripture, it will kill you. Drive it away. And remember the last end. The end is to make it to the kingdom. Those that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Remember that the Most High and Yahweh Shai coming in the chariots of glory to rescue us and save us out of this wicked kingdom. Remember that. Remember the end of the righteous. Don't worry about how the wicked will be punished, but how the righteous shall be saved. Give me Ecclesiastes 30:21.
Ecclesiastes chapter 30, verse 21. Give not over thy mind to heaviness.
Give not your mind to what?
Give not over thy mind to heaviness.
Don't give your mind to those spiritual weights. Read.
And afflict not thyself in thine own counsel.
Because you are your worst critic. You are the one that is hardest on yourself. Oh my God, I'm so bad. Oh, I messed up so bad. Oh, I could have did it better. And then it don't help getting insult to injury to when someone else tells you what you were already afflicting yourself with. It's like, oh my God, I knew I was horrible. I knew I was wicked. I could have did it better.
Or you're not critical enough.
Those are the ones that don't care when you're not critical. You don't think about what you're doing.
Right.
Pride, gone. But it says, let that heaviness go. Don't weigh yourself down with these thoughts. Don't afflict yourself in your own counsel. You know that afflicting yourself in your own counsel, a lot of brothers and sisters can do it. You sit back, lay on your bed, you think about and you reminisce on all the mistakes that you made. I mean, I've made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. We're in the flesh. But don't let that be the end. You got to cast that off. That heaviness of mind. Again, I've said it over and over throughout class. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're staying in the spirit, hey, you can sleep easy. You can sleep easy, knowing that you're doing your best and you're putting your best foot forward. I may not always be the quickest, but I always give my best in every arena I'm set in, and everybody should do the same thing. And that's it for the class. Went a little bit over, almost exactly the amount of time that we started late. I think exactly now.
Damien, what's your question? Put it in the chat. You got a question?
Oh,
Put it in the comment. Maharasa, your answer.
No.
shalom, shalom. I have 3 scriptures. Going in true friends. Shalom, sir. You taking questions tonight? We'll give Damien some time to reply. Someone play the Jeopardy music. Nah, but did y'all get that? Y'all understand the deep parables of the weight of the spirit?
Parables.
That might be the name of the class.
Deep parables.
Clickbait.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, it might
What
not
was
be
the
there.
name of that?
Yeah, you may not.
We're gonna give Damien 30 more seconds. And we're gonna log out. Everybody trying to go home. All right. So I gotta get some rest.
Yeah.
I feel it. I need to go figure out some dollars. You don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight. Crazy.
You don't.
Like, my whole nose is clogged right now.
You don't see.
That ain't doing it. That ain't doing it. What do you put? So what's the Damien, what's the question? Go to the scripture you put.
Ecclesiastes 6:16.
Right, we were just there. We were just in Ecclesiastes 6. I had a banging headache too. Sorry. We were just in Ecclesiastes 6. 6 and 16. What about it? Read it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 16.
Right.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if you just wanted it, if you wanted some understanding on it, but it's pretty simple, right? A faithful friend is the medicine of life. Why? Because a faithful friend is gonna be there in those times when you need him to be there. A brother is born for adversity, so a faithful friend is not going to abandon or jump ship in those times when life gets hard. Right? It says, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. Right, the Most High, those that fear the Lord, it says, he that fear the Lord will direct his friendships right. So, what do you direct your friendships with, and why would the Most High send you a faithful friend? Well, because you're being faithful to the commandments. That's what it boils down to. Do the will of the Lord, he makes sure that he provides for you. Ecclesiastes 23:23. Read that. Ecclesiastes 22:25. Read 22:25 first. Okay.
Ecclesiastes chapter 22, verse 25.
Mhm.
I will not be ashamed to defend a friend,
Okay.
neither will I hide myself from him.
Okay. Right. I will not be ashamed to defend a friend. So, where does it say? It says, neither will I hide. Damn, it's a lot. Neither will I hide myself from him. And if any evil happen unto me by him, everyone that heareth it shall be aware of him. Right. So, I mean, again, it's just showing that what? You're gonna defend a friend, right? I'm gonna defend your honor. I'm gonna defend you. If we somewhere and he ain't there and somebody's speaking bad about him, I'm gonna defend him according to what I know about him or that friend, right? And if he's in the time of need, I'm not gonna hide myself in his time of need. That's what that's saying. Wait, what?
No, it's not saying that.
So, sir, that means a faithful friend is a liar? No. No. Not at all. I'm not sure where you're getting that part from. Was that in Ecclesiastes 6?
No.
Ecclesiastes 6 and 16. A faithful friend is a medicine of life. No, it doesn't say anything about a liar.
Maybe he's taking the one that defended the friend, like.
Oh, defending a friend? I will not be ashamed to defend a friend, neither will I hide myself from him. I mean, think about it. If you call somebody a friend, you better be ready to defend them, right? What makes them a friend? Prove it. What are you defending? Maybe somebody's speaking ill of them, or maybe somebody is misrepresenting them. You're gonna stand up for that person. That's all it's really saying. 22 and 25. 23.
Ecclesiastes chapter 23, verse 23.
Right.
For first, she had disobeyed the law of the Most High, and secondly, she had trespassed against her own husband. And
So
thirdly,
you have to read up for this one. This starts in 23 and 17. It's talking about a whoremonger, right? It's talking about a situation of adultery, right? It's telling you in verse 21 that the man that commits adultery with a woman is going to be punished in the streets. What's done in the light, what's done in the dark shall be brought to the light. We see that like with a David where he slept with Bathsheba, committed adultery, and then it said it was going to be published amongst all Israel. And then we see, not that it was a good thing, but we see what Absalom did. Yeah. Slept with his, spread a tent on the rooftop and slept with his women, right? And also that sin was brought out to the people. David's son, his child was put to death. Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth in an heir to another. So it's telling you what? That the woman that commits adultery on her husband, she gonna be punished also, right? And you go into the law, you read about the waters of jealousy, how she would drink that concoction, the dirt from the floor, the water, her thigh would swell up, her belly would rot, that she was guilty. Right? Verse 24, she shall be brought out into the congregation. Read it, verse 24.
verse 24.
Right?
She shall be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition shall be made of her children. Her children shall not take root at her branches.
If her children are, remember back in the day, adultery was a sin punishable by death. So of course the child wasn't going to be taking root. The mother was put to death if she committed adultery and got pregnant by another man. It tells you that children of an adulterous bed witness against parents, against the mother. It's like a witness. It's like an eyewitness. Remember 2 and 3 witnesses? Well, that ain't my baby. I didn't get her pregnant. Oh, that's a witness. Right? Now we know we talking back in the day. Sorry about that. I mean, a faithful friend is a loyal friend. Right. A faithful friend is a loyal friend. Right. Right. So that's what that's going into. As far as the whoremonger, the woman, it's just letting you know what would have happened to them, back in these times. Again, back in the day, adultery was a sin that people were put to death for that. We ain't putting nobody to death in these days, so it's just where if you're in a congregation, you deal with it a little bit different, but there gotta be forgiveness and mercy. Okay? Okay. Is there anything else? Corey said, back up. All right. All right, we'll shut it down. Was that it, Damien? Make sure Damien's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yep. A faithful friend is a loyal friend. He meant loyal, not liar. Yes, yes, sir. All right. That's it. That's it. We gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
Ah.